Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Last night we had the Squeelers pull it off. In the first half, the Steelers made some plays, jumped out early. At times, Kenny Pickett was looking like the rookie he is. Having trouble with the play action. Having trouble with reading the line. But as the game progressed, he got better. Najee Harris got nicked up a little bit, but it was cool. They had Snell and McFadden come in and help with the load. Pickens could be a good little addition as a receiver. Of course, he's a rookie out of Georgia. His problem is he misses a lot of passes. He'll catch some and then he'll miss some. Now, Pickett and Deontay Johnson are not on the same page. A lot of times they're not on the same page at all. Now you saw Pickett as the second half came. He started picking it up, making his reads, hitting guys, hitting Freiermuth, the tight end. Also, hitting the fullback, I believe. I can't think of his name. He was hitting him out the backfield. You know, things was moving. Now, the Colts showed you once again that Matt Ryan early on was like terrible. He was missing everybody. As soon as the second half started, he started playing good. I felt like the Colts last night did not run Jonathan Taylor enough. They didn't run him enough. They also didn't convert a lot of third downs. Now, Michael Pittman and Woods were killing that zone defense in the second half. Against zone, Woods was finding his way up the seam, and he was doing a lot of hooks, a lot of curl routes. He was finding his way through the zone, splitting the cover 2 to cover 3 defense as well. A lot of times the linebackers for the Steelers, they really were non-existent. Casey Hayward at the nose tackle is done. He was getting pushed around like it was nothing yesterday. But as the fourth quarter came, the Steelers buckled down. They started getting with that Matt Ryan. They started closing those zones off a little more. They weren't giving Woods a free release like they were doing a lot of times. Woods dropped the pass. After he dropped that pass, he started taking over later. Started doing what he had to do. But the Colts thing is they don't run Jonathan Taylor enough. Like, they went away from him when they shouldn't have. They were only down by a touchdown the whole game damn near. And Pittsburgh, the way they play, they're not a real high-scoring offense. So I felt like the Colts too many times let them off the hook, and this is where experienced coaching comes in. This is where Saturday should have said, look, we're going to get a ball to he's an offensive lineman. So he should have known, look, let's just run the ball. Jonathan Taylor is killing the Steelers defense running the ball. What up, Scrub? Trey was hating on Najee Harris the whole night, like he always do. The problem with the Colts is they should have drafted a quarterback. After Andrew Luck retired that season, the Colts should have got a quarterback the following season. That's what they should have done. Ever since then, it's just not working. Yeah, that's what I was saying, C-Pen. Jeff Saturday showed that he only ran Jonathan Taylor, I think, 10, 15 times, if that. I don't even think Jonathan Taylor got that many touches. The special teams, the beginning of the second half, if it wasn't for the kickoff return, they would have been in trouble. He said, F Jeff Saturday. He talked about that on Get Up. Now it's your turn to do it. That's what I'm saying. This is what Bill Cowher was talking about. And everybody got mad at Bill Cowher. Everybody got mad at Joe Thomas. They were just being honest. It's like Bill Cowher was like, look, man. This guy is saying, look, man, you're basically proving everybody right that white privilege rules supreme. And he basically proved it. Matt Ryan is done. He's just done, man. What up, Felton? Yeah, he had 23 touches. Yeah, he did. Yeah, but he did go a long time without touching the ball. Like, he was getting, like, when they gave him the ball, but certain parts of the game, they relied on Matt Ryan too much. They should have let Jonathan Taylor just take the game over. That's the part I didn't understand. He got 23 touches, but it ain't feel like it. It felt like a barely 23 touches. It felt like they barely got there. Like he was at like 10, and then they just, that's how I'm looking at it. Jonathan Taylor, they should have force-fed him last night. I would have force-fed Taylor. Michael Pittman Jr., man, Matt Ryan was getting him killed last night. But Kenny Pickett, this is the thing, Kenny Pickett, the front sevens. He got to communicate with his center better. A lot of times, Kenny Pickett was running into blitzes or pressures, as we call it. A pressure is 5 or less people rushing you. A blitz is 6 or more people rushing you. A lot of times, the Steelers were bringing a pressure. And his problem is, Peyton Manning's problem was he couldn't read front sevens. That's why Jeff Saturday was so intricate to him, because Jeff Saturday could point out a lot of times where the blitzes are coming, who to pick up, who to go after, and that's what Saturday meant to him. That's why I try to tell everybody, Jeff Saturday was very intricate to the Colts' success, because without him, the Colts don't win a Super Bowl. And then they were trying to hype Jeff Saturday up by showing the Peyton Manning clip. They were showing the Peyton Manning clip with They were showing the Peyton Manning clip of when him and Peyton went at it. He said Houston boiling water has been lifted. Okay, that's good. That's good, Felton. Glad you say. But Kenny Pickett has to learn how to you gotta learn how to read his front sevens better. I mean, like I said, Kenny Pickett can throw the ball. The problem with Kenny Pickett is he has to work on his decision making. If Kenny Pickett work on his decision making, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. What's up, One True? How was the game? The game was boring at first, and then it picked up in the second quarter and the beginning of the second half. Mainly, you were seeing last night, Jeff Saturday, his inexperience showed last night down the stretch, and in situational football. That's why I was saying it's like, Jeff Saturday should have never been the interim coach. It should have been those other coaches. We got 8 people in here. Smash the like button, y'all. Smash the like button. But Jeff Saturday's inexperience showed. And it showed that a lot of times during the night, it seemed like the coaches were teaching Jeff Saturday what to do. Like everybody was like trying to teach him what to do. Like Jeff Saturday looked like he's lost. I don't understand, why people try to hype him up and like these dumbass fans giving him all this praise. I'm like, dude, He don't know what the hell he's doing. The offensive coordinator and the D coordinator are basically calling the game plans. The Colts defense has been decent this year. The problem has been the consistency of Matt Ryan in the offense and the lack of touches to Jonathan Taylor. On the other side, Najee Harris and everything, he got nicked up. So McFadden came in and did his job. Najee Harris has been getting nicked up because he's been carrying the damn load. But people are getting upset. Like in the Steelers organization, they wanted to trade Najee Harris because they felt like he's not hitting the holes like he's supposed to. And Najee Harris is trying to say, look, man, if the hole ain't there, I'm not going to jump through there and get myself killed. Which people are like, oh, that's a bad look on him. And I'm like, Najee Harris thing is, what they need for Najee Harris is they need to be able to run him more on zone plays. They ought to run him more on stretch plays. They don't run him enough. They try to run Najee Harris up the A gap and B gap all the time. They don't switch it up. But the coordinator for the Steelers, they've been trying to get rid of his ass all year. The offensive coordinator. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's because Hayden Ash Trey, listen, Hayden Ash Trey don't know shit about football. I'm trying to teach everybody. But I let Trey get his shit off. That's cool. We need that on the page. Somebody who's a hater, that keeps it interesting. But I'm trying to tell people that, dude, I was under NFL coaches, like NFL players, former players who played at the NFL, who broke film down, who showed me film. My defensive coordinator used to be the D-line coach for the Washington Redskins when Jeremiah Trotter and all of them were there. I know y'all remember the football player Daryl Gardner. Daryl Gardner, who played with the Dolphins, who played with the Redskins. He was there. He was one of the coaches on our team. And he used to teach me a lot about the fits, about taking on the blocks. And he loved me because he always worked hard. He always saw me working hard and getting better. So I talk to these guys. Bubba McDowell. Do y'all know who Bubba McDowell is? Do y'all know who Bubba McDowell is? Bubba McDowell used to play for the Miami Hurricanes. He was a safety for the Houston Oilers. He was on that defense that gave up the booty against the Bills. So that's what I'm trying to tell people is that I'm not spewing bullshit out. Like, I actually talk to people who are actually played the game, like on a high level. So when I do my breakdowns, I know what to look for. Trey don't know what the hell he talking about most of the time. That's why I told him, I said, bruh, the reason they don't like Tom Brady is because Tom Brady is that goddamn good. That's why I'm trying to tell him. I said, bruh, I don't know about the analysts, but I've talked to real head coaches who have told me, yo, Tom Brady, Eli Manning can read front sevens. Peyton Manning can't read them, and he showed me a film on it. And it was astonishing to me because it was a simple fire zone. What fire zone is, guys, is a blitz. A fire zone is a blitz. It's usually a 0 cover. Sometimes it's a 3 cover, 2 cover, a 6, a cover. It's like a cover 6. What do y'all think a cover 6 is? A cover 6 is this. The front side of the defense, whatever to the strength. Let's say, like, I'm going against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, right? And you got 3 receivers. You got the Y to the right, right? So we're going to run the cover 6 to that side, which is a 4 cover. The front side, which is the strong side, runs a cover 4. That means the outside backer runs a quarters. The other guys, like the safety and the corner on that side, run quarters. Backside runs a cover 2. You understand me? The backside 6 runs a cover 2. Now, if we run a cover 9 defense, the front side, which is the strength, inside runs a cover 4. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? So I'm not just making this shit up. I know football. That's why I'm trying to tell Hayden Ash Trey that, dog, you don't know more football than me, bro. Yeah, Bubba McDowell, C-Pen. Bubba McDowell used to play he was a safety for the U. He was a safety for the University of Miami, the Hurricanes. I used to talk shit to him about Florida State. And he used to talk shit and say, man, Florida State, y'all ain't shit. He used to play for the Oilers. He was a safety. I used to ask him about Warren Moon. Bubba McDowell used to tell me Warren Moon was the greatest quarterback he's ever seen throw the ball. He said he threw the ball better than Joe Montana. Period. He threw the ball better than Dan Marino. That's why I got Warren Moon in my top 5 quarterbacks. I watched film on Warren Moon. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. I don't just say stuff to say it. Like with the A.J. Brown and Justin Jefferson conversation, I'm not trying to hate on Justin Jefferson. I'm just saying, I've seen receivers. I know who can run routes, who can. So that's what I'm trying to tell people is like, I'm not saying stuff just to say it. And that's why I was trying to tell, me and my brother Pico, shout out to Pico, man. We was talking about this one of these days. And I told him about Marcus Peters. This is what I was trying to tell Trey about Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters can only play a cover 3. He can only play cover 3. He can only play a zone. He can't play cover 1 or cover 0. Because if you go back and watch him for the Kansas City Chiefs, he used to give up the booty all the time. That's why the Chiefs got rid of him. The Rams got rid of him. That's why the Rams went and got Jalen Ramsey. Because Jalen Ramsey's a better zone corner than Marcus Peters. But Jalen Ramsey, he struggles to play 0 and 1 coverage. He used to struggle at Florida State doing that. So everything I say, I ain't trying to sound like I know it all. I don't know it all. But I know this shit. I know football though. I know defenses. Dog. It's nothing. I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I know defense. I know what guys are running. Because I always used to wonder why Peyton Manning struggled in the playoffs. And my coach said it. He can't read front sevens. And like Cino was saying, he don't motion nobody. He keep everything at the same. And it's like, bro, you can't be doing that. Yeah, C-Pen, he don't do nothing. If you watch last night, the coaches are coaching him on how to call plays, on how to get everybody set up. Jeff Saturday don't know what he's doing. That's why I'm saying the only reason he was hired is because he's Jim Irsay's homeboy. How important is the back 7 of the defense compared to the front 7? The back 4 is your last line of defense. Think about it like chess. Your pawns are very important. People think the pawns don't mean shit. Your pawns are very important. Your pawns are like your front four, your front seven. You can set them up to put the king in checkmate. You can set them up to take out their pawns or take out their bishops or queens. You also can use your pawn to bring another piece back on the board. So that's what I'm saying. Your pawn is very, very intricate. Your front seven is, listen, your front seven is intricate because they're closer to the quarterback. If they put pressure on the quarterback and get to the quarterback, you could have an average safety, an average cornerback. They will look like the best thing smoking if you got a dog at the front seven. That's why if I go in the draft, I would pick a middle linebacker, your Mike linebacker, an edge rusher, and a nose tackle over a secondary. Exactly, C-Pen. You're absolutely right. But the front seven is more important than the back four. Because listen, you could have a good back four and a trash front seven and get killed. You could have a great front seven, a terrible back four, but you still could win the game because they could put pressure on the quarterback. So the front seven, in my opinion, and to everybody, is more important. As much as I love Deion Sanders is not more important than Lawrence Taylor or Reggie White. I would take Reggie White and Lawrence Taylor over Deion Sanders if I'm building a defense. I would take Ray Lewis over Deion Sanders when I'm building a defense. I would take Derek Brooks. I would take a Mike linebacker and a D tackle plus a pass rusher before I go to a cornerback. You want to get you a Mike linebacker. Your Mike linebacker can put everybody in position. So even if you have an average front four, you still could cause damage. Yep, I would take Derek Thomas over Deion Sanders if I had to pick somebody. If I had to pick, I would do that. But yo, I got to get out of here, man. Much love to you, C-Pen. Make sure y'all go to Kingdom Cast, C-Pen's thing on YouTube. He doing his thing. And make sure you guys tune in. I'm going to have some more videos later. I'll let y'all. Deezy.